Hello and welcome. Now, usually when someone starts talking about the future of motoring, my eyes glaze over, and honestly, I start thinking about what's for dinner. It's always some dreadful, soulless electric pod designed by a committee of people wearing beige jumpers, but every now and then, the future actually promises something interesting, something with a bit of fizz. So what I have for you today is a look ahead, a peek into the last quarter of 2025, to see what's rumbling over the horizon. This isn't just a list. It's a countdown of the cars that are going to dominate every pub conversation, every online forum, and every car magazine cover from October to December. These are the machines that promise to either redefine what we think a car can be, or, in some cases, give a glorious tire-smoking send-off to the things we've always loved. We've got everything from silent, battery-powered behemoths that can out-accelerate a startled cat, to a Japanese legend getting another heart transplant. The automotive world is on the cusp of some seismic shifts, and frankly, I'm here for it, even if some of it involves plugging things into a wall like a giant expensive toaster. So, buckle up. We're about to dive into the 5 cars that you absolutely need to know about as 2025 draws to a close. Will they be brilliant? Will they be catastrophic failures? Or will they be, like so many things these days, just adequate? Let's find out. This is the definitive, no-nonsense guide to the most anticipated metal, carbon fiber, and lithium-ion batteries heading your way. And I promise I will try my best not to be too cynical. Probably. Right. Let's get the electric elephant in the room out of the way first. It's another Tesla. This one apparently is called the Model Z. Why Z? I have no idea. Perhaps they've finally run out of letters that spell out rude words. The rumor mill, which in the case of Tesla is more like an industrial-grade gossip factory, is churning out some frankly ludicrous claims about this thing. They're talking about a range that could get you from London to the Scottish Highlands and back on a single charge. If that's true, it's not just a step forward, it's a quantum leap over a very large chasm. It would mean the end of range anxiety and the beginning of bladder anxiety. But it's not just about how far it can go. Oh no, the tech upgrades are supposedly biblical. We're hearing whispers of a holographic head-up display that projects navigation directly onto the road ahead, making your sat-nav look like a Victorian-era map. And the autopilot? They say it's been upgraded to a level where it can not only drive you to work, but also convincingly argue with your boss on your behalf. It sounds like science fiction, the kind of stuff you'd see in a film where everyone wears silver jumpsuits. The question is, will it actually work, or will it just decide to drive you into a canal because it saw a particularly interesting duck? And what about the car itself? Will it still be built with the same panel gaps you could lose a badger in? Will the interior still have the minimalist aesthetic of a Scandinavian prison cell? Tesla's genius has always been in its software and its sheer neck-snapping acceleration. But a car is more than just a laptop on wheels. It needs soul. It needs character. The Model Z promises to be the most advanced electric car ever conceived. But will it be a great car? That, my friends, is the $1 million, or rather the $100,000 question. I remain as ever brilliantly skeptical. Now, for something a bit more sensible? No, that's the wrong word. A bit more German. It's the BMW i5 Touring. For years I've been saying that the fast estate car, or Touring, as BMW insists on calling it, is the perfect solution for everything. It has the space for your dog, your luggage, and your ill-advised purchases from a Swedish furniture store. But it also has the performance to embarrass spotty teenagers in their hot hatches. It's the Swiss Army knife of motoring. And now, finally, BMW has decided to make an all-electric one. This is, in theory, a moment of profound genius. They've taken the excellent i5 Saloon, which is already a supremely competent, if slightly quiet, executive cruiser, and they've stretched it. They've added a big boot. The result should be the ultimate all-purpose vehicle. Imagine it. Silent, effortless acceleration that pins you to your seat. Enough luxury inside to make a 5-star hotel lobby feel a bit common, and space in the back for a set of golf clubs and a small pony. The performance figures being bandied about suggest it will be faster from 0 to 60 than many so-called sports cars, all while carrying a flat-pack wardrobe. It's a beautifully absurd proposition. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. Batteries. They are monumentally heavy. An estate car is already heavier than its saloon counterpart, and when you add the weight of a gargantuan battery pack, you risk creating something that handles less like a BMW and more like a container ship. The magic of a BMW has always been in its poise, its balance, its driver-focused dynamics. Can the engineers in Munich defy physics and make this electric load lugger dance down a B road? Or will it just be a very, very fast and luxurious van? The i5 Touring could be the best all-around car in the world, or it could be a magnificent overweight failure. Ah yes, now this is more like it. A proper sports car, with a proper engine, the Toyota Supra. When it came back a few years ago, there was much rejoicing, followed by a bit of grumbling because, well, a lot of it was a BMW underneath. Not that there's anything wrong with that, the Germans know how to screw a car together. But it lacked a certain Japanese-ness. And if we're honest, the engine, while good, never felt quite as unhinged as the legend of the Supra demanded. Well, it seems Toyota has been listening to the noise. The 2025 GR Supra is coming, and it's angry. The big news, the headline, the bit you write home about, is the engine. Rumors are flying that Toyota, possibly with a bit of help from their Gazoo racing wizards, has been fettling, tuning, and generally tinkering with what's under the bonnet to extract a whole lot more power. We're talking a significant jump in horsepower and torque. This is excellent news. The Supra's chassis has always felt like it could handle more power, like a well-trained Alsatian straining at the leash. Now it seems Toyota is finally letting it off. This could be the moment the Supra transforms from a great sports car into an absolute road-going monster. And it's not just about the grunt. There are design tweaks on the way too. Expect more aggressive aerodynamics, perhaps a slightly larger, more ridiculous rear wing, which is always a good thing. And some subtle changes to the lights and bumpers to make it look meaner. It's like the Supra has been to the gym, taken some questionable supplements, and is now spoiling for a fight. In a world that's rapidly going electric, a manufacturer doubling down on a petrol-powered, rear-wheel drive coupe is a brave and wonderful thing. The 2025 Supra isn't just an update, it's a statement. A loud, tire-squealing, glorious statement. I'm going to be honest. When Ford first announced they were calling an electric SUV a Mustang, I was incensed. It felt like sacrilege. It was like calling a microwave a barbecue. The Mustang is V8's, smoke, noise, and questionable build quality. It's Americana on wheels. The Mach-E was a very competent electric family car. But then, a funny thing happened. The GT version arrived, and it was fast. Properly, startlingly fast. It had the straight-line punch to worry its V8-powered namesake. And now, for 2025, they're giving it another shot of adrenaline. The 2025 Mustang Mach-E GT is set to get even more power. Ford is apparently tweaking the motors and the battery management software to shave yet more tenths off its already blistering 0 to 60 time. This is a 5-seater family crossover that can out-accelerate supercars from a few years ago. The sheer physics of it are baffling. It's a heavy car, but the instantaneous torque from the electric motors is a weapon of immense power. It's the sort of acceleration that rearranges your internal organs and makes your passengers make funny squeaking noises. It's hooliganism, just silent hooliganism. The challenge for Ford, however, isn't making it faster. It's making it feel more like a Mustang. They're rumored to be working on the suspension and steering to give it a sportier, more engaging feel. They wanted to do more than just go fast in a straight line. They wanted to be fun in the corners. Can they do it? Can they inject the soul of a muscle car into a 2-ton electric SUV? It's a monumental task. The 2025 Mach-E GT will undoubtedly be an impressive piece of engineering. But will it ever truly earn that galloping pony on its nose? I'm not convinced, but I am morbidly curious to find out. Finally, we arrive at the Audi Q6 e-tron. Another premium, German, electric SUV. You might think the world has enough of these already, and you'd probably be right. It's a very crowded party. So, to stand out, Audi is doing what Audi does best, throwing an astonishing amount of technology at it. The Q6 e-tron isn't just a car, it's a rolling showcase of the most advanced and quite possibly most confusing infotainment and safety systems ever crammed into a vehicle. This is the car for the person who thinks their smartphone is a bit too simple. The headlines are all about the screens. There isn't just a driver's display and a central touchscreen. Oh no, that's for peasants. The Q6 e-tron has an optional third screen just for the front passenger. They can watch films, browse the web, or even help with navigation, all without distracting the driver. It's a brilliant idea, until you realize it's just another way for your other half to criticize your driving in real time with supporting evidence from Google Maps. It's a recipe for domestic disputes at 70 miles per hour. And that's before you get to the augmented reality head-up display, which sounds more complicated than landing a space shuttle. Beyond the digital overload, it promises to be a supremely capable, safe, and comfortable family car. Audi's safety tech is second to none, with systems that can see things you can't and react faster than you ever could. It'll be built with the solidity of a bank vault and will likely have a range that is perfectly adequate for the school run and the weekly shop. But here's the problem. Will it have any personality? Audis are often accused of being a bit cold, a bit clinical. The Q6 e-tron, with its focus on screens and software, risks being the most clinical car of all time. It will be a technological marvel, no doubt. But will you ever love it? Or will you just operate it? And there you have it. 5 glimpses into the very near future. A world of silent, warp-speed acceleration, impossibly clever computers. And thankfully, at least one car that still believes in the magic of exploding dinosaurs. It's a mixed bag, isn't it? We're standing at a crossroads. One path leads to a future of efficient, sensible, and technologically bewildering electric transport pods. The other path still has room for a bit of noise, a bit of drama, and the simple mechanical joy of a piston engine. Which path is the right one? I have no idea. Probably a bit of both. What's clear is that the end of 2025 is shaping up to be a fascinating time for anyone who cares about cars. Whether you're a tech head eagerly awaiting the next big software update for your vehicle, or a traditional petrol head who just wants more power and a louder exhaust, there's something on the horizon for you. These 5 cars represent the arguments that will be raging in the automotive world. And frankly, I can't wait to get my hands on them and tell you exactly what I think. It's going to be brilliant or terrible. Either way, it won't be boring. Now, I want to know what you think. Which of these machines gets your pulse racing? Are you saving up for the silent Tesla, or are you dreaming of the roaring Supra? Let me know in the comments below. I'll be reading them, probably while disagreeing with most of you. And if you want to see me drive these things when they finally come out and find out if they live up to the hype, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. There's a lot more to come. Cheers.